All right. I better turn lights off so we can see on the videotape. Sarah likes to watch the videos every once in a while. So, these problems should look sort of familiar from what we did on Monday, right? Do they look sort of like what we were doing Monday?
These, we didn't do them, remember? We
Yep,
stopped.
but they should look sort of like ones we did though,
Yes.
right? We're going to solve these like we solved them before, but sometimes we are going to get an answer, and sometimes we are going to get something other than a regular answer. If you get to the end of the problem and you get 0w equals 0, it means 0 times what number is 0?
1,
0 times 1 is 0, but 0 times 2 is
0.
0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 584 is 0. That's when we're going to get all real numbers are solutions. 0 times anything is going to give me 0. Other times we're going to get to the end of the problem and we're going to get 0w equals, and we're going to have some number other than 0, like 5. 0 times what gives me 5?
0 times, gosh, nothing.
There's nothing, exactly. That's why they have this choice.
Oh, sorry. Turn that down.
I thought it was the camcorder again beeping at me.
Sorry, I'm in class. I'll call you after. Right.
So if I have 0w equals and I have some number other than 0, my answer is going to be no solution. So that's why they have the three choices. It's either going to be a no solution, we're going to get an answer, or it's going to be the all real numbers are solutions. We're going to solve these just like we solved the ones when we were working Monday. First thing we need to do is get rid of the parentheses. So over here on the left-hand side, 5w plus 5 minus the w behind it is going to equal 3w minus 3 when I use my distributive property, plus the 7 that's behind that. So 5 times w is 5w, 5 times 1 is 5, then we put the minus w, 3 times w was 3w, 3 times negative 1 was minus 3, then the plus the 7. So we got rid of our parentheses. The next thing we did was combine the like terms that were on the same side. So here I'm going to combine the 5 with the minus w. Over here, I'm going to combine the negative 3 with the plus 7. So 5w minus w would be
5w.
nope,
4w.
4w, because it's a minus 1, exactly. 5 minus 1 gives me 4w plus 5. On the other side, we're going to have 3w, and then a negative 3 plus a 7 is
Negative 3 plus a 7 is 4.
positive 4. So now once we got it, so we have two terms on both sides, we're going to rearrange it. We got to move our 3w over here, going to be a minus 3w. Going to move our 5 over there, going to be a minus, I'm trying to write the answer, minus 5. Why did I do that? And so 4w minus 3w is
1.
1w. 4 minus 5 is
Negative 1.
negative 1. Now we know that 1w and w are the same thing, right? So w just equals negative 1. Or if you tried to divide, you'd still get the same thing. Negative 1 divided by 1, still 1, or negative 1. So on this one, we got an answer. We're going to mark this circle that's next to that. We're going to type the negative 1 into the box. It says that's our answer. And then for fun, they make you do another problem because they want you to get really good at solving equations. So, multiplying this out, I'm going to get
3w minus 6
mm-hmm.
minus 5W.
Yep. Equals
Negative 2W. Negative 4.
All right, so 3W minus 6 minus 5W equals negative 2W minus 4. We're going to combine our like terms since we have three things over there. 3W minus 5W would give me,
Negative 2W.
so we have negative 2W minus 6 equals negative 2W minus 4. Now we want to start rearranging that, so what are we going to do?
Negative 2 plus 2.
So we're going to add our 2W and
0.
we'll get to there.
Oh, and then we're going to drop our 6 down.
And add our 6. So we're going to get 0W equals,
Negative 6, negative 2.
how about positive 2?
Oh, okay. How about that?
Not that it would make a difference on this answer, but if I get 0W equals 2, what choice am I going to have for my solution?
You're going to have a no solution.
I'm going to have a no solution because I can't take 0 times anything and end up with an answer of 2. All right. We're going to have 2 more of those for practice. Only we're going to actually have 4 because there's 2 on each one. So, getting rid of my parentheses on the top one, I would have
Negative 3W. Negative 3 plus 7W.
equals
4W. 5 plus 5.
plus what?
Oh, 4
4
minus 7.
minus 7. So, combining my like terms, so I'm going to combine my W's here, my numbers here, and I'm going to get what?
Negative 7 plus. No, negative 3 plus 7 would be. Positive 4?
You're going to get positive 4W
4W
minus 3
minus 3
equals
4W negative 3 minus 3.
Notice there, what you have on both sides is the same thing, right? So when I solve it, and I minus my 4W and I add my 3, that's when I get the 0W equals 0. And when I get 0W equals 0, what's my solution going to be?
You're going to be at all real numbers are
All
solutions.
real numbers are solutions because I have what's called an identity. Both sides are exactly the same. It doesn't matter what I put in for W. I'm always going to get something equal to the same thing. All right, let's try the second one on number 2.
Negative 3W plus, well, that would be a negative. Negative 12. Minus 2W equals 2W plus 2.
All right, so negative 3W minus 12 minus 2W equals 2W plus 2. I can combine some like terms here on the left side.
Negative 5W minus 1, 12. 12 equals 2W plus 2. Drop the 2 and make it a negative.
So minus my 2W
Drop the 12 and make it a positive.
plus 12, and I get
And negative 7W equals 14.
and then dividing,
You're going to get W equals 2.
W equals
2.
How about negative 2?
Oh, negative.
Positive divided by a negative, going to give me negative. So you wouldn't want to do all that work just to miss the sign on the very last step.
I know, right?
All right. Number 3, same thing.
So then I put answer. Do we have to do that on Alex too?
Yep,
We have to fill in the circle and put the answer?
yep.
Okay. Okay, this one. 6y plus 6 minus 9 equals 4y minus 4 plus 2y.
Exactly. Combining your like terms.
Be 6y minus 3
Hmm?
equals 4 plus 2 would be 6y minus 4.
Okay. Keep going.
Ooh. 6 minus 6 equals 0, and negative plus negative 3? No, plus 3. Negative 4 plus 3 would be negative 1.
So if I get 0y equals negative 1, what is my solution going to be?
Y equals negative 1.
Nope.
Oh.
0 times what number is negative 1?
You're going to have a no solution.
I'm going to have a no solution. Because I can't take anything times 0 and get negative 1. That's one of those special cases.
Okay.
And the second one on number 3.
4y plus 4 plus y equals 8y minus 8 plus 6.
So combining my like terms.
So do you add a 1 there? Would it be 5y then?
Exactly. 4y plus another y
So it'd
is
be
5y.
5y plus 4 equals negative 8 plus 6 would be a negative 2
So 8y minus 2 then, right?
minus 2.
And so solving that,
Drop down and make it a minus 8y. Drop this down, that is a negative 4. So 5y minus 8 equals negative 3y. Equals 2, 6, negative 6.
okay, so negative 3y equals negative 6. And then you're going to divide. And y is going to equal
2.
2. And this time we have a negative over a negative, so it is positive 2.
So, solution.
So just watch for those ones where you end up with a 0y, because those are going to be those two special cases that we have.